From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll run it from the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. He'll try the right side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
But how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense, getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the back.
Makes the grab on the right. The expressway is wide open. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bama! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Florida. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Sometimes you hope a return will give you good field position. Sometimes it puts a touchdown on the board like that 93-yarder just did. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Looking to go up top on first down. Pulls it in, it's Miller. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. Jet sweep, trying to get the edge.
Let me tell you something. When that guy goes in motion, alert, alert. He's a burner. I have to be 100% locked in and understand they can give him the football and he can burn. Great job by the defense being locked in on their keys and knowing that could be a possibility.
Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Getting aggressive here and going for two. Now the play fake. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Inside the 40. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. This offense has a second down play. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Oh, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown tie! How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And the Gators want to move quickly. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
At the 35, he's got room. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. He'll try to do it himself. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the 2nd quarter. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. The score, Alabama 19, Florida 8.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Still looking, on the move. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. He's looking to pass. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. Now they'll try the 2-point conversion and try to crawl within 3.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching.
Looking deep. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
26, Florida, 14.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Scanning the field, it's flagged away. Lets it fly. And that pass intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful score.
Headed to the end zone, and he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bama! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. They'll run play action. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. Pressure coming. Turns it loose deep. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
How about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick, and not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
And they did tack on the extra point. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Working the middle. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Gators are in the hurry up. Going up top on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Throws toward the end zone. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped connect on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida! How about this? These guys are going for 2. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll go to the air. Now improvising. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They're going to try to climb out of this hole, going for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Gonna take a shot. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
And this ball looks like he just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
They'll start this drive with a pass. He's gonna take off.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. Off play action. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Wants to throw on first down. Slips a tackle. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Lagway. Avoids pressure. Dances away from the heat. Lets it fly. Complete in the middle. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Alabama 39, Florida.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive in this. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing.
Ball's out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Looking for a crease, it's Haynes. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, the inside give. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Hey, 5 1.5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
He'll pull it down and run. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
So frustrating as a defense because you got the offense in third down. You're in a situation now where you can get off the field if somebody just makes a play, but you let the quarterback escape, and then beyond all that, you can't even get a good hit on him because he slides to protect himself.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. It's a draw. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Right back to the well. Touchdown Tide! And the pummeling has started. My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Go straight ahead. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the 2-point conversion. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Might be looking to run. He's going to run it. At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Gators will hustle to the line.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's
nothing but green ahead. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got enough space. Touchdown, Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
They're bringing heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. We've got a timeout from the kicking team. Still down big here in the 3rd quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him for the sack. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air, it's Lagway. Coming after him. And they get the sack. Great rush from the defense, and they end this quarter with an exclamation point.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 47, Florida 26.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Alabama.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Picks up what he can and then slides. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. Offense set on first down. The option look. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Headed to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. And now on 2nd down for this offense. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. This offense has gone haywire on these last 2 plays in the red zone. Can they set things right on 3rd and goal? Touchdown, Alabama! And the route is on.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Trying to pound their way in. Worked on the touchdown, might as well do the same thing on the 2-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. He'll pull it down. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He uncorks one deep. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself. The Gators headed quickly to the line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He tries to take the top off. Fires and picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You've just seen in this game, the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Back to pass, it's Flagway. Trying to get to it. Going to try to get it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.